stadium just under 70,000 spectators. They've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Mayfield going to the air right away. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I think he's going to be careful not to force anything in the coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back this time.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. First down. To throw, Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally too quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, they don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's able to get this one out to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed. He picked up the first. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in a formation, which essentially give you 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for, and they'll make it 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Being speedy, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they started to come out and establish more momentum right away. But now bring it up with 4th down. Empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in the power set. That only serves to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They go play action. Cousins. And in the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on the last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that would be
coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on the punt for Minnesota. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield. And then he's caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and second down.
Put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush.
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw on second and 10. Mayfield on the screen. This is Edmonds. They do get a yard there. They're only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And a fair catch called for Nate just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. To throw on Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to 20.
Well, offensively, that's a mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try to cover your back out of the backfield, out into the open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Where they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Three and a half to go, first quarter. A first down throw for Mayfield. Evans has it left side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him stretch my defense.
A first down for Chase Edmonds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offensive coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to have to hook up again. On second down, they'll run with White. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. First down, here's White. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Keeft, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bucs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive with Cook. And some space here. There he goes left side. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Cook not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to get the football back at their own 17. They start to drive with White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Here's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he is going to lose yardage here. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Running out of the gun with White. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mayfield on first down. Dancing to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's Jake Camarda now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a throw here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially
if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
To throw again on second down, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Again, it's Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts with a run by White. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Mayfield toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run the counter with Cook. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. Gets past one man. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Joseph's got it, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all, because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Joseph now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
A 3rd quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Cook up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Following the interception, Mayfield.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. 1st down, Mayfield. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now Mayfield. And he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. Touchdown! Chris Godwin. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
So what you got? Make it work for him. All right, guys, all right. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. I got you, baby. Make a play ball, baby. Okay. Play smart, baby. Do your thing.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. To throw is Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part catching the football.
The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look.
Let's roll.
3 yards remain for second down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Let's go, man. Come on with it, man. Oh, yeah. Let's go, baby.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 22, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Mayfield on play action. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for just 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Mayfield. That's complete to Otten. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Mayfield to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Baker. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Hey, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance, knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. To the air again, it's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, and overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win the...
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win for the Bucs here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.